scanned the place for cameras, like he was about to steal something, and he did. He stole the moment to be a kid again. Only him. Everybody that entered the store realized that they didn't have to hide their inner child. This girl caught a camera playing an imaginary hopscotch in the store. When the store owner saw this, he came up with an idea to make her a real one. And when the girl came back, she started playing right away, but let the store open.
Few places are richer in tradition, more steep in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, and the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. This is not your run-of-the-mill regular season game.
You must see.
A hot 10 clash, one team hoping to make a giant statement.
You must see.
As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the fourth-ranked team of the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. Guys, we are the Buckeyes will put total effort to crank us up. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Offense set on first down. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Taking the shot on the first play. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to improve their and they missed a big chance on that one.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, we probably could see that.
Let's see. He was riding in the base. You feel me? Take the child on. You just snatch my dick, baby. But it's down this.
It's the last song.
Let me out the street, no, if I smash home, what I was supposed to do, it's smash home and pull out straight again, so I speak his language and push up, and I'll phone, take it right, but now you pump it down, you put up, get a sit back, keep making the shit, that's what you look off, keep me, next up, I walk your feet around, keep my phone, the gray, old man, you flow like you tired, step down, you smooth, that all, trigger talk, 2 minutes, baby, old man, calm down, don't fuck that, you think we do that now. Broadcast report live, they see baby running down. Say the victims suffer face shots that might not make it out. I refuse to let this nigga live, I got to get him now. Pop up on YouTube, on YouTube, small shit on the road. Let me find the grades, the blade, and go in right beside him. Throw away some through your face, ain't no chance to survive him. I'm the chance on your dangerous, you can also put on fire. You don't want every smoke, I'm still close enough to breathe. I ain't never seen no shit the biggest bitch.
You don't tell me.
You buy some beautiful case, bitch, I'm dead. They let me out, bitch, let me out, baby. It's real now. Case Michael, everybody see them telescopes, let them smell it. He's supposed to be racing. She's like a bitch, I'm stuck in the middle of there. Oh, I never will. But anyway. Sorry, we'll get back. Awesome. Bye. Love you. Bye. Wow. Where is it?
For a huge gain there.
Man, on the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
I'm synced up.
LSU with the first and 10 here. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle of
Do
the
that.
and he
What the type of nigga I shoot at?
away from taking that one even further after the catch.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy,
That's I've been this way for years.
you just can't take a play on him. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against,
I'll take this for real.
He was also shifty and he could extend
If you stand on business. We still shit, we drill. One shit. SRT, my cuz playing passenger.
10-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. From the red zone, looking for a space. In the middle, it's Durham.
Yeah. Oh, same.
Grab and go for the score.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen.
Yeah. Put that back. Jump right back in that scat. You want to go to wall with that back.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that was a
What we doing that nigga, dope?
touchdown throw.
Bitch, you stand on business. Still need to chill.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
Exactly, nigga. Get back.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. Run the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
Oh man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of time.
BBG used to be the same thing.
Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
What the fuck wrong with this nigga, man? We know that.
That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defense swatted it away.
Trying to have a big completion here. Behind his back in the middle. That's the kind of play that can get you going as they get it out to the 36.
More accurate in the field.
1st down here from the offense. On the move, it's
Punish that nigga, man.
brought down at the 46, but he got it on the play.
And the whole city know I'm in the charge.
The modern game, but this has an old school vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
Yeah. When we catch some limousine gang, we'll straight some nigga retarded.
Level, they fly some dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes. I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. Keep the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss.
He's looking to throw. Unloaded left. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on now, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in place. Fighting off the defense.
You want. Talking murder, let's get it.
Before he gets 5 yards.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling because
It's 2009, huh?
They get set to
Still stand line. Let's say you draw the line. On the right. Followed by a mine. Fall back. It wasn't all that. It's like you're saying like a volleyball match.
First down to start the drive after the break.
Don't let your hook up too much show. I'm trying to fuck like Usher.
Wide receiver coming across in motion.
Yeah. I put that, make a bubble like baloney. You got green eyes. Like I signed the my ties. It wasn't all that.
Nice start for this offense.
For the volleyball match.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
Y'all niggas was swells in that bad kick. He's on my knees. I can get you stepped on. Shots is lit. Already getting busy. It's time for me to clean the house up and get you flat. Shot at you up. This bitch gon' be the suckers. You love this switch so much before we go to sleep.
You never switch so much you go before you go to sleep. He gets it. Hit my parlay, I'm gonna buy some pussy with the winnings. You want the winnings. It's heavy on the blender. I can't even remember.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State,
I'm a boss. Talk to me nice, nigga. I'm not a staff member.
guys flying around, giving great effort, getting to the football, but it all has to start.
I know what to do with it. And make a damn ounce. I don't know shit about no accounts. This look like it's about to pounce. Dog about an ounce. For later. I missed the play straight for. I missed the race car, baby. Fish cross, baby. That's what the streets, baby. The big fish, baby. Go get your pussy broke. Nigga, I ain't falling off. Switch on the Springfield. Nigga, this is nigga, I'm a winter because I never took the song. Every time I smile, bitch, you looking at a 30 ball. I can't front you shit, they take your chances on your running off. You're fucking around with niggas. I'm smelling niggas running off. You Puerto Rican princess, bitches been out fucking home. Lady in the trap, nigga. I can see you legs. Spin guard, wall slicking and some jerseys, nigga. Like I'm close. Work a nigga. I see no sand in the surface, nigga. Let the bitch clean. Don't you know the dirty nigga? Stop it. Keep it from cat, it's the best. Just got some fresh money. The stress. I can teach finesse. I suggest the eyes, but below less. Below, she might be low, but I got no influence. Split guard, the ball's trying to catch. This nigga must be on below because he always starting mess. I'm never looking for the cars. Like I ain't trying to rip over that I was gone. Fuck, she called it straight. I can still fuck my ex. The last time I checked them, they don't run they got blood, tears, and sweat, spit on.
No choice here. This is a no-brainer. Go for it here on this fourth down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely illegal penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. When you're around midfield, there's not really much of a choice. Go for it on fourth down.
So he haven't been paying attention.
Makes the catch, he's got it out. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fires it.
No problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it. And they get the first down.
And I left my mama. Since a kid, my family ain't all in the Frederick Bombers. President son, get on serving like my sister. The president is a kid. I'm speaking his mind. I just give it rich now. Move to another country. Before they take it out,
Come on, we gotta shut it down so sorry.
Why should I do that when I know you probably ignore me?
Why should I do that when you first probably ignored it?
So hard to make BT, but even for me to make the nose, doesn't muscle, doesn't tooth, and pray I make it through. It's fucking if I don't give a love, nothing's coming through. I don't got it, they gon' make me rich, got stars when I hit peace. Since here, I had too much that's clean. I guess it's years. So you gotta feel it once. You gotta keep this. You gotta check it.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll call for the fair catch here. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw. It's Howard. They're trying to get to it. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half.
That's the end of the first half. With the Lsu 14, Ohio State 7.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ballard. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Looking to move it through the air. Coming after it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. Scanning the field, it's Howard. Fires to the big fella.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
And that last completion left them short of the sticks. It's 3rd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Getting some heat. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W. We got to make big plays on 3rd down. They made a big one there.
The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The receiver on the jet sweep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Grabbed behind the line, it's Smith. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, this is an offense that's going to find a way to generate explosive plays because of their playmakers at the skill spots. But how about the speed by this guy and his ability on 3rd down to extend, scramble, and go get a big pickup and chunky yards for his offense.
To throw, it's Howard. Pressure coming. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. Caught over the middle. It's Scott. Pushed down for the tackle. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man quickly. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Took a shot as he threw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. On the 12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
The give to the back. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. He makes a catch. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Gonna let it fly. And he grabs it at the 15. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Timeout, Ohio State.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Defense becomes even more heightened in this area of the field. You get the short yard situations, the goal-to-go situations. They got to be dialed in. That's 2 big stops in a row by this defense, forcing a 3rd and goal, putting some pressure now on this offense.
If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. Touchdown, Tigers! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
They'll need to be very sound here. Limit this return and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Okay, 1 possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Looking to pass. It's Howard. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hip.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. And On the banks of the Mississippi River, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a storied venue, and soon the fog will rise off the Big Muddy, and will it also bring a victory for the beloved Bayou Bengals. Tiger Stadium, home of LSU. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out. LSU Tigers at the 13. First down here for the offense.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Snagged in the middle. It's Taylor. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Apparently, line number 1 on the game plan, attack now, immediately.
And this quarterback, he smelt it. He knew he had an opportunity. This is a guy who loves taking shots any chance he has. You saw it on that first play of the game.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Rams him with the stiff arm. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually. Just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed.
Ball in the air, intercepted. Bringing it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself.
He's loose. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll throw it from the red zone. On the shovel. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
Number 28.
Well, somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Offense facing 4th down.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Using his legs, it's Haynes. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. A lot of thrillers in the history of this series, but last year wasn't one as the tide rolled easily.
It was a beatdown, and it was replayed over and over on the TVs all throughout the facility. LSU, Jesse, had a year to think on that.
They sure did.
Hit the afterburners, kid. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll run it. It's Miller. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
And now on 3rd down after that last run. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Safe completion on the screen. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Timeout, Alabama.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Moving away from pressure. Fires into the end zone. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly, and you get your eyes on the quarterback. And you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Finds the tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my feet.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Anderson. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Lacey. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And here in the third quarter, it is still a tie ball game. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep...
All kinds of running room. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And that one will put them up here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. He lets it fly. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown LSU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? Like, quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Comes that Alabama offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Miller with the ball. Shoots his way for more. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that. Put you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number 1, you got to stop the run.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. He'll do it himself.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. The give on the inside. Dances away from 1. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. At midfield, he's got room. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Running to the left. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
The give to the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Going for it all. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Now on first down from the 43. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. He rifles one deep down the right side. Touchdown LSU! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, and just what the doctor ordered. You needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here. So defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He'll come out throwing on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Bernard. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Now on first down from the 40. He's going to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
One of the reasons this defense is so hard to move the football on, they've got a safety back there who's just reading the QB's eyes, and he's so athletic and so fast. He's able to break passes up, and right now, it's like he's just toying with the quarterback. He's inviting him to try and take some shots, knowing that he's going to get there to disrupt the ball.
Now on second down after the incompletion. To the air, it's Milroe. Quickly complete. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown tie! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And that is phenomenal quarterbacking. Understanding right away. Dude, you're going to bring pressure. I'm getting the ball to my playmaker right now. Let him do the rest. Let him glide into the end zone. Make me look really good. Good timing. Good decision by the quarterback. Get it out quick.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best players. So get them in matchups that you like and get those guys the football.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, no big surprise here in the fourth quarter. The defense expecting pass, and that's why they've got extra DBs on the field. It's almost like a prevent look. Everybody back there staring at the QB. Going to be hard to throw into that. Obviously, the ball falls incomplete.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He's going up top here late in the game. Intercepted. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries, and when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew how important this one was. But, David, you can't let games like this beat you twice.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, home of the Bayou Bengals and the stadium called Death Valley since the late 50s. But this isn't any regular matchup. It's a battle of top tens, a couple of forces meeting head-to-head where one team will try to make a resonating statement. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. A rather underwhelming start as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's going to take a shot right away. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of this matchup somewhere else.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
And the crowd bringing the energy, trying to help this defense get off the field on 3rd and 10. Dropping back, it's Howard. They're bringing heat. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. Makes the grab, and he's got the first.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. The jet sweep pass. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead.
And how about the philosophy of this team? Aggressive, aggressive, and more aggressive. You got the lead. You're winning, right? And you don't have to kick an onside. But I'm kicking an onside. And they get it. Nice aggressive mindset. And it's rewarded.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Oh, he's going to go up top. Oh, picked off. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Ready to try the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks. And you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio State offenses every year, year after year, the names change, but the production continues to be the same.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Leaves it with the back. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Forced out of the pocket. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. We're lucky that one hit the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. I understand the desire to keep the ball, but going for it inside your own 40? On 4th down, looking to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a 4th down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive. QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect...
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown pass.
And they fake it. The holder looking for a man. And he's out of bounds, short of the goal line. He almost found a way to convert that fake.
That keeps the score. Ohio State 13, LSU 7.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The offense set for a first down play. Leaves it with the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Brings up second down. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ohio State 13, LSU 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Throws to the wideout. And the missed connection on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And it's picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's caught! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
How about this? A two-point conversion coming. Looking downfield, it's Howard. This is picked off in the end zone, but the officials are saying he was out of bounds. Just an incomplete pass and a huge break for the offense. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead going for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling like that.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer,
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, just pressure. You got to love the ability to get to the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. And then the cherry on the sundae, Jesse, is getting him on the ground and forcing a long yardage situation for your offense.
Yeah, life is chaotic for this quarterback right now, David, no doubt about it. This pocket is collapsing, and you saw it on that last play. He does not have time to set his feet, survey the field, and make an accurate throw.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
So the offense will go for it around midfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. When you're around midfield, the analytics will tell you so much better to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.